welcome to episode number 51. This is the TNT Boys podcast, hosted by Kale and co-host with Sam. Sam's on his Discord today. Sam, how we doing?
Hello.
How we doing after episode 50? How we feeling about that?
There was a shit show.
Yeah, it was.
It
We,
was good content, but not not my cup of tea.
but hey, it was the 50th subscriber, so we don't have to do that again. So it done, it outweigh.
Yep, out of sight, out of mind.
Well, we tried to record Sunday, but we had some technical. We were about 30 minutes in, and technical difficulties came out of nowhere and said, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck your
Yep,
shit up."
the internet is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is. It is
Yep,
either it's gonna help you or it's gonna fuck you.
pretty much.
Sam, how
And we
is?
lost connection, and that's what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad of an episode either.
No, it was going pretty good.
Um,
Now we got to try to recreate that. Thanks.
Thanks, internet. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Anyway, before our connection went to crap, we were talking about college football. We were talking about a lot of stuff that's going on right now. Some between Husker stuff,
Yeah.
NICO IAMALEVA, whatever his name is, Levas, out of Tennessee. How the NAL and what he's doing is kind of messing up again.
Yeah.
Probably never gonna get stopped talking about that. And how was your first 2 days, Sam?
First 2 days of what?
Week of the week.
Oh, good. Good week so far.
Cool.
How about you?
Still, last week I've my one dog got sick, so it had very bad bowel movements, and then the other dog got
Yeah.
what he got, and I'm fighting that right now.
And we're all pulling for you, buddy.
I
We're all
know
hoping and praying for you.
it's a shitty situation, literally. Um,
Yeah. TNT faithful, just keep Kale and his dogs in your prayers as they get through this really shitty time.
yeah. If anyone knows about cleaning up that stuff, it ain't fun, and nor does it smell great.
Nope. Got that right.
Anyway, let's go ahead and kick it off here. Going into some college football. Before we start, we did last Sunday when we were trying to record. The Nebraska athletic department decided to name the Vanny to the John Cook Arena, which is rightfully earned for John Cook.
I like it.
I like it. I'm sure people are still going to call it the Vanny. I know I will eventually sometimes, or the Oven, or
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah. The oven's a good name.
Yep. Yesterday, the Ohio State football team was at the White House, and our Vice President J.D. Vance fumbled, and he drops the college football championship trophy.
Yep. That did happen. I saw it. Saw the video.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I just heard it. I just haven't had a chance to watch the video.
I saw it. He grabbed it, and then the bottom part of it broke, and then they were fumbling to get it, and he was just holding the top part for the ceremony.
Mm-hmm. It's like
Quite comical.
It's kind of funny, they're gonna act like it never happened.
You're like, oh shit, yeah.
Let's jump right into the NICO. Oh man, I'm gonna pronounce his last name wrong. IAMALEVA.
IAMALEVA.
IAMALEVA. I think some more news came out. I think more news came out with it. I think his dad tried to start the rumors, and about where he was going, and he just
Yeah.
potentially just fucked his son. Not literally, but like,
Well, of course, not literally.
um, I guess how to put it. I guess he just pretty much ruined his college career, possibly.
I mean, I feel like every team should just try to not sign him and then just kind of show him like what happens when you try to put yourself before the team. At
Personally,
the end of the day, football.
I don't think we need to have a player holdout in college football as it is. That's just crazy to me.
No.
You guys are not pro athletes, and um, I remember I was telling you his numbers, and the numbers were not good at all. I'm gonna pull the numbers up here. And if I remember, he barely hit the 3,000 yard mark.
Yeah, that was the season before last year, wasn't it?
So, in
Didn't the
2023,
numbers? Yeah.
in 2023, um, he played 5 games, started one, so he was 1-0 that season. He did 28 of 45, a 62.2 percentage of passing, 314 yards, um, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, which is to be expected with five games and 1 start. He did rush for 3 touchdowns, 71 yards. And then that next year, he started all 13 games, went 10-3. He was through 213 for 334 for 63.8, which didn't really improve. He passed for 2,616, 19 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. His average was a 7.8, and rating was a 145.3.
I mean, he got his team to the playoffs, but I don't know.
I think his head
It sounds
got
like
big.
his numbers regressed a little bit
Yeah,
that next year.
yeah, they do. But granted, I mean, if because like I saw that he was trying to get 10 mil over the next few years, which is ridiculous. With his numbers, to me, if he's already at 2,930, I don't think he's ready to have that money.
No,
Um,
he's not. He's not that. He's not worth that kind of money.
I mean, hell, he could be better next year, but like his coach, like the Tennessee coach said, nobody's above anyone.
No,
No,
exactly. Like it's getting the NIL is making college football get away from those old school work ethics of what football at the collegiate and below levels are. You can talk the like, contract talks and pay is supposed to be at that pro level. That's how it. But it's changed now. The times have changed. They're starting to pay college athletes, and it's a different time we're living in now.
yes, he also he had a few people um had a few teams interested in him. He had the Tar Heels. He had Tulane. Tulane is now pulling out of it, and UCLA. I think all three of them actually um pulled out of that.
Hmm.
Which, Tulane, it would have been a good ad for them. I mean, considering that TJ Finley was kind of just got arrested um,
Yeah.
for stealing a truck. I mean, Tulane's a good team, have been for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Um, just with that player holdout shit that he's doing, I can only sit here and think what is next? What is next for
Yeah.
college football, and how is NCAA going to handle this? I think right now this is a prime example of this is why we need rules with the NIL.
Yeah. You
And
need more structure and regulation within it.
well, you and I both know that we're never going to stop talking about NIL. We've been talking about NIL since we started last year.
That's such a big part of college sports now. Like, there's no way you Kant talked about it on a sports podcast.
And
It's
hell,
always going to be a relevant thing.
sorry, go ahead.
I said it's always going to be a relevant thing.
Yep, yep. And it's sad that even former Husker Williams, they transferred down to Florida State with Coach Knightington, was talking shit about Ty Robinson.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of you had one good year, dude, and now you're all of a sudden you think you're yeah, maybe your team has bigger players, but that doesn't mean if.
Yeah.
And I know I'm gonna be on my pedestal with Ty Robinson, and because we're Husker fans, but Ty Robinson might outwork some of these guys down in Florida State.
Yeah.
You want to talk about big dogs? Look at your record last few years. Look at last year.
Mm-hmm.
Awful, god awful.
Yeah.
But kind of get more. We'll talk a little bit more on Husker stuff here in a little bit. We also want to send thoughts and prayers to the LSU football team and Lacey's family. He passed away in apparent suicide on the weekend, Saturday night, because he was in some legal trouble. We'll just say.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yep, and like we said, the TNT boys sent that out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Dude could have been a first round pick. I think he was great player at LSU, but
LSU pumps out really good receivers.
Today we also learned that the Colorado Buffaloes are retiring Travis Hunter's and Shadur Sanders' number. Now we talked about prior before we did this episode. We do agree that Travis should go in there, but not Shadur. Shadur shouldn't really be getting retired.
No, I mean, like you said, I agree with Travis Hunter because he's such a good talent. But yeah, someone like Shador, I mean, yeah, he's a good quarterback, and he's the second best quarterback in a weak draft class. But yeah, I don't know if he was productive enough to get his number retired there.
No, I mean he made them relevant for sure.
I mean, he had a good year last year. The year before, the Colorado was nothing. They weren't that good the year before.
Um, I saw
First year
something.
there.
I saw something the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but um, somebody said that the Sanders are pretty much trying to do what the Manning's been doing for years. What do you think about that kind of opinion?
What is it? What's that supposed to mean?
Basically, the Mannings with their family and everything, and the way that Sanders is doing stuff is the same way that the Manning family, have been doing for years. I guess. To me, I don't think it's a relevant opinion, personally.
I don't know. I guess I never really looked at it that way.
Me neither, but
I
it
mean,
just doesn't make sense.
no. I mean, I don't know. I don't really think it's irrelevant. I mean, Mannings are the Mannings, Sanders are the Sanders. I mean, what? I mean, I don't know. They're gonna do their own things.
Nebraska did let go Gilmore. He left the team due to do you remember what that was?
Gilmore.
Yeah, he's coming out of Kentucky. Hardly.
Oh yeah. No, I don't remember what happened.
Oh, they didn't. He didn't. He just didn't disclose the reason. So
Oh
he would have been a good player for us. I think.
yeah.
I think he could have been a good up in there receiver. Um,
I feel like we just get a lot of dumb players, man. They do a lot of dumb shit off the field.
well, I don't know. If, we don't know if they didn't disclose it. Then something bad happened or it's really personal.
Yeah, who knows? That's true. You never know what it could be if they don't disclose it, that is.
Oh, I didn't know this. Did you know? Um, University of California. Their GM is Ron Rivera.
I think I did know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Learned something new today.
Yeah,
Huh. When did he get hired? Let me see here. Oh, this year.
can't remember, but I thought I remember hearing something about that though.
Oh, that's his. He's alumni anyway. So,
Yeah, kind of
huh?
makes sense.
Yeah. Huh. Um. You. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of see how Manning does in the starting role this year.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to see. I think he'll do a good job. I think he's got a lot of talent. Um, it'll be interesting to see in a couple years. You know, we talked about it last time before we lost connection. You know, if the Cardinals end up in a position to draft Manning uh, and re uh, recreate the Manning to Marvin Harrison connection, just like the Colts, they had
Yep.
Peyton to Marvin Harrison. The Cardinals end up in position to draft Arch. It'd be Arch Manning to Marvin Harrison Jr. It would just be kind of a cool little thing. It'd be like it would have come full circle, you know. Granted, Arch isn't Peyton's son; he's Peyton's nephew, but still,
I think he's gonna do all right.
I think he'll do. Yeah, I think in a couple of years, you know, we could be talking Arch Manning and Dylan Raiola, you know, as two of the top potential draft prospects at quarterback.
Yeah. Did you?
That is, if
Uh.
we don't ruin Dylan Raiola more.
Did you see the NCAA they didn't approve the spring game between Colorado and Syracuse?
I did.
Honestly, I'm for that stuff.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
I think that is great. Um, I think there's a small like D3 school is doing it, which is
Yeah.
kind of weird to me because they're letting that
Well,
happen there.
Wayne State did something like that last year.
Yeah.
They yeah. Yeah, I actually went to Wayne State's spring game last year with my dad and my brothers, and they scrimmaged Chadron State for their spring game.
See that would be cool. I would pay money to see that versus what the Huskers are
Yeah,
doing now, like the Husker games. Like that's a cool idea,
yeah.
but I'd rather see
It's
like
cool, but yeah, it'd be cool to see them bring in another team to do scrimmaging and drills against.
yeah, it's just a live practice. That's all it is.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I think you know, they could bring in just bring in some like local college, you know. Bring in University of South Dakota or something, you know.
Yeah, or do like volleyball day. Bring in the link like the Nebraska teams.
Yeah.
So you would have Peru, you would have Kearney, you would have Wayne State, you would have Shattern, you would have Hastings. Like there's so many.
Oh, yeah. No, and I'm sure all those colleges would love the opportunity to scrimmage against Nebraska
Yes.
because I'm sure most of those kids grew up Husker fans anyway.
Oh yeah. I mean you'll have those stragglers from California here and there, or Wyoming,
Oh
or
yeah,
South
for sure.
Dakota. How even Doan or Midland, and it's just a kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I It was fun going to the one at Wayne State last year, and that's a you know they're not any big school or anything like that, but they had a fun little event going on.
Yep.
So I think we went because my cousin was actually gonna play for them last year. He ended up not. He ended up dropping out or something. But yeah,
That's all right.
yeah,
Sometimes when people get to college, they don't realize what it's like, and here we are. Granted, I mean,
Yeah, I mean
I never went to college, so I can't.
he's bounced. He was a pretty good player in high school. He's bounced around at a few different colleges, but I think he's done trying to play football now. So
So,
big lineman guy.
the Eastern Michigan football team named Max Crosby as assistant GM. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
heard it on his podcast actually, The Rush.
Nice.
Yeah, if you ever listen to that, they got some good stuff on there.
Moving on to some NFL news. The Dolphins and Ramsey are exploring a trade.
Yeah, I've heard my Packers are a potential suitor.
You guys could use them. Yeah, I can see it.
I could see us. I've heard there's a chance. I guess someone told me who's pays really close attention to NFL and free agency. There's a chance we could pretty much sell our draft away to get TJ Watt from the Steelers and Jalen Ramsey from the Dolphins.
Imagine we get that guy as our insider for the podcast. That'd be kind of cool. Our TM boy Adam Scheffler.
He'd probably do it too.
Who is it?
Someone I work with.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it after we get them recording.
Yeah,
Remember Josh Johnson, the backup quarterback?
yeah.
Did you know he's signing with the Commanders?
I thought I saw something about that. He's been with like every team.
He's been with since '08. He's been with the Bucks. He's been with the 49ers, the Browns, Bengals, 49ers, Bengals, New York, or Jets, Colts, Bills, Ravens, Giants, Houston, Oakland, Washington, San Diego Fleet for American Lions football, Detroit, Wildcats, XFL, San Francisco, Jets, Baltimore, Denver, 49ers, Baltimore last year, now Commanders. Joe, you know what? Speaking of old quarterbacks, you got Joe Flacco returning to the Browns, almost to the Bears. The Browns for
Yeah,
a 1 year, $4 million deal.
yeah. The Browns could be a solid team again with a and proven starter. Joe Flacco's nothing special, but he's a guy with a lot of experience. He has a Super Bowl ring, and the Browns have pieces there. Like who knows? Granted, they play in a very tough division and a very tough conference, so
Yep.
it needs to be seen.
And then, did you hear about Alan Lazard possibly taking a pay cut to remain with the Jets?
I could see it. I mean, Alan Lazard
He's got to get up there now.
is he's only really been successful when Aaron was his quarterback because they built chemistry together.
Yep.
Without Aaron, with Aaron, he's a solid 2 or 3. Without him, he's a 4 or worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a good blocking receiver, but as a like a pure receiver, he's only really had success with Aaron Rodgers.
You think Travis Hunter will play both ways?
I think you I think he'll kind of take the Dion route. I think he'll play primarily defense, but they'll have some packages for him on offense.
Yes. I personally
He
think
can do some wildcat
he's a
stuff.
better DB than a receiver.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see because he can really do it all, and maybe he does do full time both ways, but I don't see that happening at the NFL level. He could also return kicks and punts too.
Hmm.
He's just a good football player.
Yeah, he's an all around athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think of some more NFL stuff I've seen. Trey Lance went to the Chargers.
Did see that. He'll probably be third string behind Herbert and Taylor Heineke. They already have there. Obviously, Herbert's the starter.
And then
And then they have Taylor Hines.
Patrick Peterson retired the other day, about 4 days ago.
Yeah, see, I already thought he was retired.
I
I didn't
didn't.
even know he was still playing.
I did. I didn't know he was still playing too until I saw the notification. I was like, "Excuse me, what?
Yeah,
What?"
yeah, threw me for a loop too.
And then next week we got the NFL draft, so we won't be here for that, unfortunately.
No,
Um, maybe next year we could set something up. We'll have like a live watch thing and then react to draft picks or something.
yeah,
It's just the planning and everything just don't work out for us sometimes. But that's okay. We live
yeah.
and we learn.
Well, it, it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah. Yep. Did you? I saw this today. You know that prospect Desmond Watson from Florida, that
yeah,
big defensive lineman. He's trying to make. He's trying to cut weight.
really.
So he can get in the NFL. He weighs about 464 pounds. He's.
Oh yeah, the big boy. Yeah,
I can see you guys
yeah.
picking him up.
That's maybe if he can get in shape.
You big boy.
Yeah, he's really big. 400 some pounds is it's a little too big.
Is there any you got any like trades that we could possibly see like that you think that might happen next week?
Well, kind of like I said with my Packers. I mean, I could see us selling the farm for, well, draft wise, for Jalen Ramsey and TJ Watt. Because I think TJ Watt wants to come to Green Bay. He's a Wisconsin boy. Um, and Jalen Ramsey, if we can, keep Jair, even if Jair returns to the form and we have Jair and Jalen Ramsey out there at corner, and with TJ Watt rushing the passer, like defensively, we'll be set.
Right.
Um, the only thing is offensively, I'd like to see us go get a number one. Maybe that receiver out of Texas, but we probably won't get him. Um, I've also heard we want to try to trade for George Pickens. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Other trades, I've heard George Pickens might get traded to the Saints, among other teams.
That'd be a good pickup for them to help Derek Carr.
Well, yeah, and the thing is I don't think Pickens wouldn't go there with the pressure of having to be the number one because they have Chris Olave.
Yeah. Uh
But
trying to think of some
other than
names.
that, Raheem Mostert, he went to the Raheem Mostert got traded from the Dolphins to somewhere. I can't remember where. Raiders, I think. They have Raheem Mostert probably going to start at running back for them next year. Um, they don't really have anyone else that's too great. Zamir White, who's injury prone,
You know,
but
do you think a quarterback might get traded? Like a starting quarterback
um,
maybe or
Kirk Cousins could still get traded. He's not a starter technically in Atlanta, but he could still start somewhere.
I could see Kurt getting
I don't know if
traded.
he wants. I don't know if he wants to stay as a backup in Atlanta. But where would he go? I mean, he could still go to Cleveland possibly. I would start Kirk over Joe Flacco right now, probably. Steelers need a quarterback. And who knows if what Aaron Rodgers is going to do.
If he goes to Steelers.
For him, it's got to be Steelers, Vikings, or retirement at this point.
Yep. Uh oh man, who needs a quarterback like that?
I think the Vikings need Aaron Rodgers, but they're sold on JJ McCarthy, which is fine with me. Like if the Vikings want to be stupid and not go after Aaron Rodgers with that loaded offense and stick with the rookie coming off of an injury, be my guest. It makes it easier for my Packers to beat you guys. I just don't get it personally, but that's the Vikings.
Yeah, over here we don't
Mm,
like the
other
Vikings.
teams, well, yeah, and you don't either. So it's like you should be happy that they're not pursuing Aaron either.
I don't want him.
Um,
I think Aaron's old and he needs to go.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean,
He's had a great career. I mean, let's not keep bouncing from team to team and kind of more of an image thing
I
for
mean,
me.
yeah, I mean, that's for him to worry about, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, he wasn't as bad last year as people make it out to be. If you look at his stats, he was not. His stats are just as good as Patrick Mahomes last year,
Yeah.
maybe even a little better. So it's like the dude can still play. He can't move around and scramble like he used to, but he can still play. He can still spin it. You know, he can still throw that thing.
Hmm. Throw that
Um,
thing.
Colts quarterback situation. What do you think about that?
Uh, so they
Anthony
got,
Richardson and Daniel Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones
yep.
are going to be competing.
I think,
Basically, it's
you,
hot garbage versus hot
you know,
garbage.
that's a team that could use a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
Do I see it?
but are
No.
they a
But
quarter? But are they? Yeah. Well, the thing is are they a quarterback away from being a contender? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You know, the only way a guy like Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers, an older guy that's just looking at winning at this point in his career, is going to go to a team is if they're a quarterback away. Colts aren't a quarterback away.
No. I don't even
I
think
could
Kurt. I
see,
don't even think
you
Kurt
know,
would want to go in that situation.
what quarterback I'm surprised didn't get signed to a team last year and still hasn't been signed yet this offseason?
Who?
Veteran quarterback Ryan Tannehill.
You know, I forgot about the
Like
guy.
his his time was up in Tennessee, and I thought for sure he'd get signed somewhere last year as a veteran bridge quarterback. Didn't go anywhere and hasn't gone anywhere this year. And he hasn't officially retired. So it's like Ryan Tannehill's out there, people, like as a solid veteran quarterback. No one wants him. I don't know.
Well,
Or maybe he just doesn't want to play. I don't know.
I keep forgetting
I just thought that was
he
weird.
he played against Nebraska and Texas A&M.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day. I'm like, dude, Ryan Tannehill, why has no one signed him? Did you know Cooper Rush is on the Ravens now?
Yeah.
And then Cowboys signed Cowboys brought or they traded for Joe Milton from the
Oh
Patriots
wow.
to be Dak's backup now.
Huh.
Now that's an interesting situation.
I think. Uh.
Dak shits the bed or goes down with another injury. JM3 comes in and balls it up. Dak, that could put the writing on the wall there for Mr. Dak Prescott.
I'd rather not give my opinion because I can sit here all night just talking about Dak and how much I don't like him.
Hey, come on, Cowboys fool.
Cowboys SA.
You know the and then the Chiefs have a new backup quarterback, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz retired
Yep.
and he's going to be coaching somewhere.
Huh.
I think North Dakota State.
That'd be a good start.
That's where he played his college ball.
Yeah, he was a great
Um,
quarterback.
he was, dude. He was good in early in his NFL career before he got injured. Usually what it is. Think about other quarterback situations going on in the league right now. The Bears signed Case Keenum to be Caleb Williams' backup.
You know, a good trade
That could
person that's gonna get
that could be
traded.
good for Caleb.
You know, another player I could see
Who?
get traded is Mark Andrews.
I could see that to a tight end needy team
They got a good
because the
backup.
Ravens. Let's be honest. Yeah, they use Isaiah Likely more than Mark Andrews now.
Likely will play more.
Likely will likely play more
Yes,
and
yes,
likely see more targets.
yes, yes.
I think your Lions is still just Goff and Hendon Hooker, isn't it?
Yeah. No, no. I think
Um, is Teddy
uh
Bridgewater still there,
I believe so.
or do you go back into retirement?
No, I'm pretty sure he's still there.
Right now, Vikings don't have a. They have one quarterback on their roster. It's J.J. McCarthy
Yeah, and that's who they're kind of committing to anyway.
because Daniel Jones got traded to the Colts and Nick Mullins is on the Jaguars now, and obviously Sam Darnold went to the Seahawks. Speaking of the Seahawks, both their quarterbacks on their roster are named Sam
Huh.
Darnold and Sam Howell. I
Yeah.
figured that out.
I wish Sam Howell could have been something, but
Um, Saints are sticking with Derek Carr, I hear.
yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Spencer Rattler kind of had a shot last year to prove what he was and didn't really do much with it. Cardinals signed Jacoby Brissett to be Kyler's backup.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I thought Jacoby
Niners have
retired.
Mac. No, no, he
Oof,
didn't.
oofta, oofta, oofta.
Niners have Mac Jones to back up Brock, which is funny because Mac Jones is who Shanahan wanted to draft originally back in 2021 instead of Trey Lance.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, you look at it, Mac Jones is a similar style quarterback to Brock Purdy. They're both kind of that game manager style quarterback. And yeah, it'll be interesting. It makes me interested to see what's going to happen this year. I like Brock Purdy, but who knows? Bringing a guy like Mac Jones, who's a former first round pick, and the guy that Shanahan wanted, we'll see what happens.
well, you also got to think too. Brandon Ayuk and his other receiver are pretty much going away.
Well, Debo's gone
Yeah,
already.
Ayuk might go.
Ayuk Ayuk is still there, but I've heard he wants out. They still have Ricky Pearsall and Jawan Jennings, who's a great number 3 slot receiver.
Yeah.
They still have Kittle at tight end, who last year Kittle was probably the best tight end in football last season
Yep.
from a statistical standpoint. And Christian McCaffrey's supposed to be coming back, but who knows, how well he'll be or, when he's, an injury away from his career. And that's been the one knock on McCaffrey his whole career is he's injury prone.
Yeah, that's why I kind of caution people like, hey, are you sure? Because I mean, he might be good, but he's still very injury prone.
Right. He is. And, he's still been one of the best running backs of this newer generation. Like it's been him, Derrick Henry, Saquon. But the knock on, I mean, really, both Christian McCaffrey and Saquon is they're injury prone.
You know,
Like Derrick
uh,
Henry's never
speaking
Derrick
of
Henry's never really dealt with that a whole lot.
speaking of Derrick Henry, he's entering year 10 in 10 years for a running back like that. It's kind of unheard of.
Yeah, I know. For his style of play, it's very rare. But You see the way he trains and see the way he takes care of his body. I'm not too surprised
Yeah, I am not
because he
either.
trains like a freak, and he also recovers and takes care of his body the way he should as a professional athlete.
So, well, Sam, I think this has been a pretty good, productive episode.
Yeah, given the circumstance.
Yeah. We told each other that we weren't going to make this very long since it's late night, so
It's a Tuesday night.
kind of a rare occurrence for us, but it's all right. Um,
Yeah.
just want to say thank you for tuning in to the TNT Boys podcast. I enjoyed the conversation about college football. We don't talk about a lot of college football, but we're going to start to more because, like we said, we're a comedy and football podcast. I don't know why I'm saying that, but don't forget to follow us all on social media, All of Agent Life on social media. Listen to their podcast, Talking Dirt, Assumption, Touch Base. They got some good shit going on over there. Don't forget to follow
Oh yeah.
us. Yeah, I got nothing else. What about you, Sam boy?
I'm good.
All right, that's the show. Bye.
Bye.